Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees, the organization that's been helping New York City municipal retirees and retirees around the country fight back their former employer and some of their unions protect their health care. Many of these organizations are forcing their employees into Medicare Advantage plans, which you've heard us say time and time again are not Medicare and not an Advantage. Although you'll have some very indignant union leaders, like, for example, Richard Davis of TWU Local 100 or Henry Garrido from DC 37, insist that Medicare Advantage plans are wonderful and they're enhanced and they have all these perks and they're better for you than traditional Medicare, I want to show you another example of exactly how diminished of a benefit this is. While Medicare Advantage plans have always been a choice, it was created that way for a reason. There's narrow networks, there's prior authorizations, and they were created mostly for healthier people. So because of prior authorization, the insurance company becomes the gatekeeper between you and your doctor. And narrow network of doctors, as you become more ill or need more doctors or have a new diagnosis, you need to find a doctor that accepts the plan in network. Otherwise, you're using out-of-network benefits. And if the doctor refuses to accept the plan for payment, which is like in some of these situations, you have to pay for that upfront. Then appeal to Aetna in this situation or the insurance company for reimbursement. The insurance company is then going to do what they call medical necessity review and determine whether they feel, not your doctor, whether they feel that the service provided to you was medically necessary. And if they don't feel it was, you don't get that bill reimbursed. Now, they can even do what they call a retrospective review. Even if you call them in advance and get approval that they will cover it, if they later review it and determine it's not, they're not going to pay you back. So I want to show you a little video that was made by TWU 100R, which is the retiree organization fighting from being forced into their Medicare Advantage plans almost a year ago. And while Mr. Davis of Transport Workers Union Local 100 likes to say that there's no diminishment of benefit and no retiree has a problem, we want to start to show you some of the retirees that have. So watch this.
Hello, my name is Julio Rivera. I worked in Mesa Works for 23 years. I retired in 2007 with several health issues, which was not a problem since I was covered by traditional Medicare and supplemental coverage. But due to a recent contract, Aetna Medicare Advantage was now imposed. I recently fell and had to have hip replacement. I had to go to a rehabilitation center and was promptly informed that Aetna Medicare Advantage would not cover my physical therapy expenses. I was forced to get out of disastrous Aetna Medicare Advantage and return to traditional Medicare. And I must find an affordable supplement, and as per the new contract, I will not receive any reimbursement or prescription coverage. My experience with Aetna Medicare Advantage has been a disadvantage, a disaster, a disappointment, and most importantly, a diminishment of care.
So there you have it, folks. You don't need to hear from me saying that Medicare Advantage is not Medicare and not an Advantage. Here is a retired transport worker union retiree telling you because his union forced him into Aetna Medicare Advantage, he did not have the care that he needed that was prescribed by his doctor, and he had to leave the plan and go on the marketplace and purchase a supplemental plan to get back in traditional Medicare. That is a diminishment of benefit because the burdens and the hurdles that are being put in his place to access medical care, that's criminal, especially at a time of his life when he needs it most. Remember something, folks. Retirees are not in unions. Under the state law, you cannot be in a union if you are a retiree. Unions only have the power to collectively bargain for those in their units for wages, hours, and work conditions. A retiree does not have wages, hours, and work conditions, and they are not in unions. So I don't care how much Mr. Davis likes to say that he has the ability to negotiate for retirees, or Henry Garrido likes to say, or Harry Nespoli from the MLC likes to say that they negotiate for retirees. No. They had a solemn duty as a union leader to protect a retired unionist because they did not represent them and they are not in unions. Sadly, this is failed leadership. And the active workers, I implore you to listen because this is your future if you don't pay attention. This will happen to you. TWU 100R, you stay strong. You keep fundraising to finance your litigation because that's how we've been successful. We keep fundraising to finance our litigation. You need to keep fundraising. People should not be listening to Richard Davis say that this is a scam. What the scam is that he prevented their access, a retired unionist access to traditional Medicare, one of the greatest civil rights achievements that unions helped pass in 1965. That is criminal. Stand up for yourselves. Hold your unions accountable. Remember, the union is you, not the leadership.